Hello, welcome. I'm Andreas, your tech-curious web designer. In this video, I will show you how we can easily set up a block in a Django application using Wagtail. Wagtail is a CMS, short for Content Management System, and it basically provides the CRUD operations straight out of the box, meaning it automates the creation and management of pages and posts. Wagtail is built on top of Django, so when installing a Wagtail site, we install actually a customized Django application. But we can also integrate Wagtail in an existing Django application, which I will do in this tutorial. But before we get started, a quick shout out to my new supporters on Patreon. A big thank you to Jonathan, Michelle, Bogdan Yuan, Jefferson and Riker. I really appreciate you and welcome to our growing Patreon community. And if you like this content, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon. This helps me to grow this channel and to reach more aspiring web developers. Thank you so much. Okay, and now without further ado, let's dive in. First, a quick demo of what we're going to build in this video. And you can also find a live version of this on my website at awesomepix.com/blog. So here we have a blog page with 3 articles. When I click on an article, I go to the article page. I can see here the title, the author, the date, the intro text, we have the main image. Then we have a body element here with more text and images. And we embedded here also a video from YouTube. Okay, let's add another article. This is the Wagtail interface. Here I go to Pages, go to my blog page. Then I create here an article on this blog page. So I click here plus, select article page, add here title, an intro text, then choose an image, then add a caption, then a body, and then publish this article. I refresh the page, and here it is. Nice. Okay, this is what we're going to build in this tutorial. But before we start coding, I want to make a quick comparison between Wagtail and WordPress, which is the most popular CMS on the internet. Wagtail is built on Python, using Django as the framework. WordPress, on the other hand, is built on PHP and typically uses a MySQL database. Wagtail is more developer-oriented, highly customizable, flexible and scalable. As it is basically a Django application, you can use all the available Django packages and you can build your own custom workflows and advanced content structuring. WordPress, on the other hand, focuses more on non-developers, offering a big ecosystem with thousands of plugins and themes to choose from. That's why Wagtail is more suited for custom websites and bigger organizations, which need scaling, while WordPress is more suited for less technical users, bloggers and small businesses. Here are a few examples who is using Wagtail. And we have here, for example, corporations like NASA, the NHS in the UK, Google Blog, as well as the Royal College of Art in London, where Wagtail was originally created. Okay, and now let's get started. So I'm using Visual Studio Code as my editor, and I'm inside an empty folder called Wagtail. Now we have 2 options to create a website with Wagtail. One is to install Wagtail as a modified Django application with the command Wagtail start, or you have already a Django application created and you want to add Wagtail to it. I will show here this route, and as my basic Django application, I installed my Django-Starter project, and the code for this you can grab from my GitHub repository at github.com/ndjut/django-starter. So this is the repository. I'm copying here this command. Open up the terminal. And run the command. So this cloned now the code into the Wagtail folder. Next I create my virtual environment with Python 3-m venv and activate this environment. Next I upgrade pip. With pip I download Python packages from the Python library, and it is recommended to always use the latest version. Then I install the packages for this project, which are listed in the requirements.txt file. Next I create the tables in the database with Python manage.py-migrate. This added now the SQLite tree database to the project. Then we can create the admin user with Python manage.py create superuser. For username I choose admin. Email. Password. Now the admin user is created and we are ready to start up the server with Python manage.py run server. Okay, let's check out our basic Django website. I go to localhost :8000 and this is my new Django project. We can also log in now. And we're logged in as the admin. Okay, and now let's install Wagtail. Let's quickly check out the website. Wagtail.org. As we can see here, we install Wagtail with pip install Wagtail. And here we find a tutorial how to install a fresh Wagtail site. So if you're interested just in a website using the Wagtail CMS, you can follow this tutorial here. It is very well documented. However, I will install it manually in my already created Django app. Let's copy the command and install Wagtail. Then we have to add some Wagtail apps to our installed apps. So I'm going to the core folder, here to settings.py, to the installed apps, and add here those apps to the list. Now we might not use all of them, but they are at least available to us. Then I also add the middleware. And then I also add some Wagtail variables at the bottom of this file. The Wagtail site name defines the name of the site displayed in the Wagtail admin interface. And the Wagtail admin base URL specifies the base URL of the site and is useful when sharing previews of draft pages or sharing articles with external services. Okay, save this file. Now let's do a migration with Python manage.py-migrate. This is creating now a whole lot of tables in the database. Alright, and with that Wagtail is installed. Now we can create our block feature. I start a new app and call it a_block. This created the block folder in our project. Now let's add it to the installed apps. Okay, add to URL. So I'm going to the main urls.py file. Add here the path to the block. Okay, save this file. And let's create this URL file now. So I'm going to the block folder, create a new file, urls.py. And here I add 3 URL patterns to include the Wagtail URLs. The CMS path routes to the Wagtail admin interface. The documents path routes to the Wagtail document storage, for example when uploading a PDF or a Word file. And the root path is responsible to serve the correct page. Okay, save this file. Let's start up the server and let's check it out. So I'm going to /block And we are greeted here with welcome to a new Wagtail site. So Wagtail was successfully installed. And to access the Wagtail admin interface, I add the CMS path. And this is the Wagtail admin interface. As we can see, blog is the name of the Wagtail site, and we have one page, which comes by default. Alright, let's create now our own blog page. Wagtail primarily uses class-based views, and we can define the page logic directly in the models.py file. And here I create the blog page class, which inherits from the page class from Wagtail. Let's import it. So from wagtail.models import page. And I add here the body as a rich text field, giving users many options to style the text. From wagtail.fields import rich text field. And this is the only custom property we need for now. By default, we inherit more properties from the page class automatically, such as the title, the slug, or the owner of the page. And with this code, I add the body as a new field to the content panels in the Wagtail admin interface. This is similar to registering the models in the admin.py file. Let's import field panel. Alright. And as last, I define the template. However, this is not required if the name of the template has the name of the class with an underscore when there is a camel case. So in this example, blog_page, and is stored in the folder with the name of the app, like we see here. Alright, let's save this file. And let's make the migrations. And migrate. And start up the server again. Okay, now I create this blog page. So I copy the name, go to my blog folder, create a new folder called templates, and add this file in here. This created now the a_blog folder and also the blog_page.html file. And the code for this blog page you can grab from my online repository at github.com/andyjudd/wagtail. So this is the repository. So I click here on blog page and copy the code. And paste it in here. So this is a static HTML file. I just extend it already from the blank layout and add some classes to the body of the page. We have here the blog class, and with the Tailwind CSS classes, I have a black background with white text. Okay, save this file. And now we can create this blog page on Wagtail. Here I go to Pages. I go to the root of my site. We can see here the default page, which comes with Wagtail. Let's create a new page here now. I click here the plus icon to create a child page. I give it the title blog page. And add a body. And as we can see here, we can style it in different ways because it's a rich text field. Alright. And then I publish. So now we have two root pages, but we can only have one active one because on Wagtail all the pages are part of a hierarchy. And the globe icon here shows which root page is in use right now. Now let's set our blog page as the root. For this I can click here Configure a site now, this link here, or I can go to Settings and to Sites. Here I click on localhost. And as we can see, our root page is welcome to our new Wagtail site. Here I click the three dots and choose a different root page. And choose blog page. Alright, this is now the default site. I click Save. Okay, go back to Pages. Now we have 2 pages here. I go to the root. And as you can see here, the blog page is now the root page. And we can delete the other one. So I just click here and delete. Alright. So, as we don't have a proper home page on this website, I would like to redirect the users straight to this blog page. And I can do this easily with a redirect from the home view. So the home view is in the home folder here. I go here to Views. And I redirect here to blog. And add the redirect. Okay, save this file. And let's check it out. Let's create a new page. Localhost colon 1000. And I got redirected to the blog page. Nice. So at the moment this is still a static page. Let's fetch now dynamically the title and the body from the backend. So I'm going to my blog page and add here the page title variable. So Wagtail gives us automatically this page object, which has a couple of properties by default, like the title property. And then I also add the body. However, this field is a rich text field, so we need to add the rich text flag to it. And load this tag into this page. Load Wagtail core underscore tags. And now let's check it out. I refresh the page. And as we can see, we have here now the title and the body loaded dynamically. I'm going to improve the look and feel of the site quickly by changing the color of the top bar also to black, and also change the project title. For this I'm going to the template folder, and here includes header.html. So instead of the grade 800 color, I change this to PG-black. And the project title is Wagtail. Okay, save this file and refresh. Alright, nice. We created our blog page. Alright, next let's create an article. For this I create a new model. So in my blog folder I go to models.py and create here the article page class. I add here intro with a char field with a length of 80 characters. Then again the body field as a rich text field. Then I add the date, which is using the date field. This is the label in the admin interface, and by default is showing the date of today. Let's import date. From datetime import date. Then I add here the image property as a foreign key to the Wagtail's image model. With this, Wagtail creates in a way a library with all the images we use in the articles. And on delete I set here to null, so if the image is deleted this property will be null. And related name plus means I want to prevent creating a reverse relation, so you can't find related articles from the image. Then I also add a caption, again with a char field. And then I add all those properties as field panels to the Wagtail admin interface. Okay, save this file. Let's do the migration. Python manage.py make migrations. Python manage.py migrate. And run the server again. Alright, and finally I create a template following the naming convention, so article underscore page.html. So I'm going to the blog folder here and add this file. And the code for this article page you can grab again from my GitHub repository. Here click on article page and copy the code. Again, I extend here from the blank layout, load the Wagtail core tags, and add the article class to the body element. Alright, save this file. Now let's go to the Wagtail interface and create an article page. So here, pages. I select the blog page as the parent page. And here under plus, I add a child page. Here we see the two page templates we have defined. So I click on article page. So let's add a title and an intro. Then I choose an image. Here I can search for an image if it was already uploaded through Wagtail, or I upload a new one. I can add a description for this image and some tags, for example Wagtail, and upload. Now this is the image I added. I also add a caption and a body. And here it added already automatically the date of today. Okay? And then I publish. Then let's click on the View Live button here. And this is our article page, still as a static page for now. Let's add now the template variables. So here we have the page title. Then here we have the page owner, which is the author of the article. This will give me the user object and displaying the username. But I would like to display here the full name of the author, which in my application is stored in a profile table. So add here .profile.name. Then here I'll also show the avatar, which is page.owner.profile.avatar. And we also link it to the profile page of the page owner. Alright. Then we have here the page.date. Then page.intro. Then we have here the main image, which has a class of full width. So we can swap this whole element here with a Wagtail image object. So this image here is a tag from Wagtail and we have to load it into the page. Let's do that now. So in the load here, I also add here Wagtail image tags. We display here the page.image in original format. And I can also add here attributes, such as the tailwind class for full width. Okay, and then we have the image caption. I wrap it in an if statement. So if we have a caption, display here page.caption. Next we have the body. Here again I add the rich text flag. And then we also have the link back to the parent page with page.getParent.url. So this returns the user back to the blog page. Okay, save this file and let's check it out. I refresh the page. And here we have the page now in all its glory. I will quickly add an avatar for the author. So I click here on admin, edit profile, add here an avatar image and a display name. Nice. So let's click return to blog. And now let's populate this blog page with the article. I'm going to the blog page template. At the moment I'm displaying here 4 static articles. Let's delete 3 of them and create a loop. And I create this loop here with 4 article in page.get_children. Close the loop with N4. Then here we have now the article.title. This is the page object, but I named it here article in the loop. Then we have article.specific.intro. The specific property here is necessary to access the data from a custom field of a subclass. The title property does not need this, for example, because it is already a built-in field in the Wagtail's page model. Then we have article.specificDate. Then here again we have an image. I add here again the image tag, which points to the article.specific.image. Let's import the Wagtail image tag. Then here I define the format of this image in the size of 314 by 166 pixels. And I add the classes for full width and rounded corners. And as last, I also add here the link to the article with page URL article. Okay, save this page and let's check it out. I refresh the page and voila, there we go. We have one article so far. So I click on the object and then we go to the article page. Nice.
It's beautiful.
Now I will add more images and also video to this page. So here in the rich text body field, I can add more content types. So I can type slash, or I can click on this plus sign here and click here on image. I upload a new image and upload. Here I set it to full width and insert image. I can also preview the site before publishing it. So if I click this icon up here, this is a preview on a mobile screen. This would be the tablet and the desktop. Then let's add another text block. As we can see, it appears straight in the preview here. Then we can also add a horizontal line, for example, and embed a video. All right, let's publish it and refresh the page. And as we can see, we have the image here, the text block and the video. However, the video is too small. I will add some CSS to the site now to display it also in full width. So I'm going to my templates folder, here to base.html. Here I have my CSS styles. And I add some styles for the iframe on the article page, a width, height and border radius. Okay, save this file and refresh the page. And perfect, the video is now also full width. I will add now a couple of more articles to this blog page. There we go, we have 4 articles now. However, I want the order to be reversed, so the latest article should be the first in the list. So I'm going to my models.py file. Here we have the blog page. And here I modify the context of this class with the getContext method. I create an articles variable which fetches the children of the page, filter them by only the published ones with .live. By default you would also see the draft pages on the site, and order them by the reversed publish date. With this line I get the context object from the parent class and add the articles object to the dictionary. And finally I return the context. Okay, save this file. And now in the template we have access to this articles object. So let's go to the blog page template. And instead of looping through the page.children, I loop through the articles. Alright, and on the blog page I actually don't want to show the title and the body element, so I'm getting rid of it. Alright, let's save this file and let's check it out. I refresh the page and there we go. The most recent article is now the first one. Alright, and this is all for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon not to miss the next one, where we go a step further and add tags to the articles and also a search feature. I hope to see you there. Until then, stay curious my friends, and bye bye for now.